Okay, so now we're going to look at the division property of equality. This is example 1. So for this example, I wanted to make sure you had an understanding what happens when you have parentheses. Remember, parentheses means groups, okay? It does not mean multiply, okay? It means groups. So x plus 3, so I have an x, and then I have plus 3, let's put that there, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's this part here, but this here tells me I have 2 of these groups. So I'm going to put another one in here. X plus 3. And what we're going to do with this is we're going to use the division property. There are several ways. Actually, there's at least one other way to do this, maybe 2 or 3. Okay, but we're going to use the division property of equality. Since I have this x here, and notice these, I have 2 groups, well, obviously, because there's a 2 there. I'm going to make 2 groups. So when I have tiles and I put them into groups, that's called division. And let me grab my little circle. There we go. So I'm going to divide this into 2 groups. And if I make 2 groups on this side, I have to make 2 groups on this side here. Now, once I know how many groups I'm going to do, I just got to make sure they're equivalent. So here, I got to make sure these are the same. So this group is the same as this group, and this group is the same as this group. So I'm going to write down, what did I do? I divided by 2. Or you know what? Let's put divide each, or how about both sides? Both sides by 2. Okay? And now that I have divided both sides by 2, I can look and see, okay, I have 1. What is going on with 1? When we do division, we say, okay, I divided into 2 groups. How many are in each group? So let's write that down. Over here in one group is the x plus 3. And on the other side in one group, there is 3. Okay? But I want you to show your work, the algebra work, okay? You need to show the algebra work. So to do that, we need to put all of this in there first before we simplify, okay? So I'm going to put all of that in there. And then I'm going to divide by 2. See how I'm showing the division in there? Divide by 2. And there we go. Now I can simplify. And here I'm going to have the x plus 3 equal to 3. Now, is this done? No, not done. We are not done because Once we get rid of these here, I'm still going to have this x. It's going to have these 3. You're going to have to use some other property to finish this up, okay? But that is the division property of equality. Let's look at another example for the division property of equality. Okay, this time, so I want to make groups, and they have to be the same. So since I have 3 x's, the only way to get groups that are the same is to make these into 3 groups here, and then make, so here's 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to do the same thing over here. 1, 2, 3. And let's go ahead and separate these. Okay, let's see. And this one needs to come down here. Okay, there we go. So now I've divided this. I had the tiles. I put them into 3 groups. That means I divide divide both sides by how many groups? 3. And we're going to copy this over. And then we'll paste it here, and then we'll go divide by 3 on this side, and then divide by 3 on this side. And now we can simplify. Okay, and I'm going to be left with x equals 2, because that's what's in one group. You don't have to worry about these anymore because it's division. So when it's division, we just worry about what is in one group. And hey, look at this one. This one is solved, yeah? Because once I get rid of these, I'm just gonna have the 1x here and then the 2 over here. And you can see here, I have the x all by itself on one side, it's solved.